Illuvitars is shaping up to be an absolute killer of a time, and I'm going to talk about some analysis I've been looking at that you might find really interesting because it dictates what the future of Illuvitars might look like, but more importantly, what the future of Illuvium and especially RevDiz might look like. Okay, I'm not going to tell you how much money you're going to make in this video or anything like that, but I'm going to talk about some of this on-chain analysis that you might find really interesting, and you can make out what you will from that information. First, we will take a look at the burn report. This can be found in the Discord announcements. Danny usually posts these, and this is the one for July. And as you can see here, the safety pool / capital raise is about 13.5 mil, with another 250K if you include the safety pool. Now, why is this important? That's because the safety pool currently caps out at about 15 mil, okay? So if we raise another about 1.3 mil, according to this chart here, 1.3 mil, then after that, basically everything that Illuvium makes is going to go into RevDiz and is going to be distributed to token holders. Now, I don't think that's going to be a lot or a little, depending on how well Illuvitars does and how much money it makes and things like that. But I want to look at sILV2. If we take a look at the Dune staking dashboard, down at the bottom here, we can see sILV claims in comparison to ILV claims. Now, the little blue bars here are sILV claims, and the red bars are ILV claims, okay? So you can see there's a lot of claims over time. Obviously, it's slowed down a little bit over time, but it's mostly pretty even. And as you can see here, right at early March for wave 1 of Illuvitars, there was a lot of sILV2 claimed, about 3,000 tokens, which is quite decent. At the time, I'm not sure how much that was, but it got you a lot of Illuvitars, especially in the alpha sale. As you can see now, only 2,000 tokens have been claimed, okay? Significantly less. If you consider the 2-day period over there, then you're looking about 6-7K tokens in total. Whereas if you're looking at the 2 bars here, you're looking at significantly less, about 2,000 tokens, 2,500 maybe, at most, okay? 2,500 tokens in comparison to about 7,000 tokens over that period before, which means that the 3 times less sILV2 has been claimed. Maybe that shows less interest, but again, there's way less rewards being distributed now than there was for wave 1. So I think that has a lot to do with it, and I have some other proof to show you just on that matter itself. This is the 12-hour chart. I'll show you the daily chart. It's the same chart, but it'll help a bit better. But you can see here, I went through Etherscan and grabbed all the data. It took me a little while, but I tracked all of the sILV2 deposited to IMX and withdrawn from IMX. So you can see the little orange bars here, the sILV2 withdrawn, and the blue bars are the ones deposited. Now, withdrawn would assume that maybe they saw the price increase, withdrew it, and maybe sold it off or something like that. I don't know. And you could see that there was a steep sILV2 price decline after the alpha sale finished. I have no idea if that's going to happen. This too, the supply dynamics are so much different that it's hard to say. But basically, it was something like 25,000 tokens were deposited basically the day before Illuvitars or a day or two before. And you can just see how big on this chart that is. And this over here in the bottom right-hand corner, this tiny little needle here, is how much has been deposited this time around, okay? There will probably be a lot of sILV2 kind of left on IMX from last sale, that's for sure, but there's not much more being deposited. Everyone's sILV2 deposits have been completely burnt away. They are gone. They don't have any sILV2 left to spend. I don't think it's all burnt yet, and there's probably many saving it for Overworld, but there's a lot that is no longer in the system, and there is not much people are willing to do to claim it from ILV. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see how well Wave 2 performs against Wave 1, keeping these sorts of stats and figures in mind. And I think if it does really well, what that will say is that a lot more ETH is going to be spent on Wave 2 of Illuvium Beyond, which means that safety pool is just going to get filled quite a lot faster. Also, if you want to support the channel, I do have a link down in the pinned comment down below, link.illuvium.io/Scoriox. I do get a small commission from any sales that go through that, so if you're buying disc, please use that link. I really appreciate it. Have a good day.